Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Heaven, Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Find that strength in your heart to walk that path. You might already know that it's right, but you might struggle to apply that. Eliminate animal products from your diet step by step. That's how lots of people get into veganism.
Please continue watching to find out more.
With so many other choices available, we don't need to support fashion that is the product of an animal's violent death. Anita Dongri, vegan.
Show concern for your Arabic friends by asking Kifak, which means how are you in Arabic. I am Amira. The amiable Jordanians wish you well on your spiritual journey. May Allah be your guiding light. Welcome to God Made Me Muslim and Vegan. Interview with Duke McLeod, Vegan, Part 3 of 3.
If we think of compassion and justice as the two pillars of Islamic moral philosophy and spiritual practice, then a vegan lifestyle is the best way, in my honest opinion, is that we can apply these values and how we can live them in our day-to-day life. The way we sustain ourselves is really important for our own spiritual and physical health. If we're eating cruelty, if we're eating disease, if we're eating fear, we will take that and
This insightful quote is from Mr. Duke McLeod, vegan, a Sufi and social scientist. He is a PhD researcher in social anthropology at the University of Otago in New Zealand, and his amazing ongoing research is on Islamic veganism, with the aim to support advocacy groups in promoting vegan lifestyles more effectively. In addition, he co-founded the Islamic Veg platform with inspiring vegan scholars to encourage the global Muslim community to go vegan. His spiritual awakening occurred 10 years ago when God graced him with vivid inner experiences that completely transformed his life. Mr. McLeod suddenly realized who he spiritually truly was, along with his Muslim origin. After the awakening, he became vegan, started pursuing the Sufi path, and devoted himself to the noble cause of spreading veganism and the compassionate teachings of Islam. Generous viewers, on today's show, we will focus on Mr. Duke McLeod, the social scientist, and his research on Islam and veganism. The results are very eye-opening. So let us start with one of the key findings on how to follow your heart's desire to be a committed, compassionate vegan in challenging social environments.
find that strength in your heart to walk that path. You know, you might already know that it's right, but you might struggle to apply that. Eliminate animal products from your diet step by step. That's how lots of people get into veganism. If you have that desire, if you know what's wrong and what's right in your heart, do it. Do it. Find somebody who can support you. If you don't find support in person, find it online. That's a core message or core finding from my PhD research. That makes the difference between if you can sustain a vegan lifestyle or not. If you surround yourself by people who are like-minded, who also know this truth, who also endeavor to be compassionate and kind in all of their dealings. Find these people.
Mr. McLeod's research also showed the effectiveness of spreading veganism through sincere conversations with family and friends.
I asked them, my beautiful participants, if they felt they had a positive impact on other people in regards of veganism. And lots of them said yes. If you're one of those people, and many of my participants in the study were, they're having those challenging conversations with their family and other people. And they do challenge them. And that's how the word of veganism spreads. If you argue something beautiful with a good and pure intention, even if it's just like standing your own ground, you can also do that. The norm is cruelty and abuse. Let's make compassion and justice the norm. Yes. And I will advocate for that. And I will stand my ground for that.
He now details his motivation for doing such research and how the data can benefit advocacy groups in convincing more people to follow the benevolent, plant-based, no-kill lifestyle.
My aim is really to get my research out there to people who are working in Muslim contexts. There's important data that I want about that. What works? What turned these people vegan? What didn't work? And my inspiration is to share that with advocacy groups. We need different approaches to get different people on board with this. And personal conversations are key for that, because that's the only way you can find really out what is the obstacle there in the way of this other person who might be interested in veganism, but who just can't, And I'm looking at these obstacles, and social pressure is a big obstacle, right? And so building these support networks, this is going to be key. Having safe spaces, to express veganism.
With the growth of the global vegan Muslim community and the lack of a dedicated platform for religious content, Islamic Veg was created to meet such pressing needs. Mr. McLeod shares the inspiring journey of how, through connections with other like-minded vegan Muslim scholars, they were able to co-found this excellent platform.
So Islamic Veg kind of grew out of the desire that was rising in my heart to connect with other people who are on a similar wavelength than myself. I'm a vegan Muslim researcher, social scientist, and doing this project. And I got approached by somebody who is doing something similar, right? After I published my postgraduate dissertation. Zinira, thank you for reaching out to me. This was great. And of my own accord, I reached out to a researcher in the UK, Ellie, who was also doing social science research on the similar subject of, veganism and Muslims. And so I was chatting with these two beautiful people individually for a while until I thought, well, let's just pull the conversation together and form a little research network here where we can collaborate potentially, or at least split up tasks, on this massive mammoth project of talking about vegan Muslims and Islamic veganism. We started thinking about what we want on this homepage, islamicveg.org. We have some resources there, some links to books and our own research we put up there as well. There's a segment about myths that are prevalent in Muslim minds and also in non-Muslim minds about our nature and our relationship to animals, which we are debunking there.
Mr. McLeod is also a passionate musician. For him, music is a beautiful means to meditate, share Sufism with others, and promote veganism whenever he can.
Fatima's Dream is a band that I founded a few years ago. I'm a drummer. I do drum and I sing, and I like to do that as a meditative practice too. So I can do that by myself, just for myself and whatever angels and spirits are around who might join in. But I also really love to share that with other people. And so sometimes I am invited, or sometimes I organize meditation circles where we then dive really deep into this Sufi music, and where we sing together and chant together and have this music. That's a core part of my spiritual practice. Like I said, closing the eyes, zoning in on that rhythm, which comes from the heart and which is connected to the rhythm and beat of the universe. I'm very lucky to be able to regularly share some Sufi songs with people, and it's a great way also to share some basics about Sufism I do always try when the situation arises to throw in some veganism there too, or at least have it as a parameter for these gatherings that, the food or the drink that is on offer is vegan.
Loving viewers, let us wrap up the show with a heartfelt message from Mr. McLeod on Islam, veganism, and Supreme Master Television.
So there is an intrinsic connection between the Islamic spiritual tradition and the Islamic legal tradition with the vegan lifestyle. There are connections that we can make and find on multiple levels, from multiple angles, and leading me to the conclusion in my research and as a human being that a vegan lifestyle should be recommended for everyone who can lead a vegan lifestyle. Please consider living a vegan lifestyle, because it is my belief and my understanding that our life on Earth is dictated by these cosmic rules. The golden rule, it's present in every spiritual tradition. Treat others like you want to be treated. And that needs to include not only your best friend or your mom or your wider friendship circle. It needs to go beyond your tribe. It needs to go beyond your nation. It needs to go beyond your species. Let's include all of the living beings on this planet in our consideration, in our care, in our compassion. I would like to share my gratitude towards the whole organization for getting me not only on your program and giving me the opportunity to talk about my research and what I'm passionate about, but also for getting that word out. May I be lucky enough to meet your Supreme Master someday. My regards and my love.
We sincerely thank Mr. Duke McLeod, vegan, for sharing his knowledge about the connection between compassionate living and the Muslim faith. May people of all religions join in to create an elevated vegan world filled with love, peace, and harmony for all beings. For more information, please visit islamicveg.org.
Go ahead and make war, so that just mentioning your name, people will feel induced to vomit.
Truth-seeking viewers, thank you for your gracious presence today. Coming up next is the songs, compositions, and poetry of Supreme Master Ching Hai, Vegan, Part 9 of a multi-part series right after Noteworthy News. May everyone who follows the benevolent vegan lifestyle be blessed in heaven's grace.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VR.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VR.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule y suprememastertv.com/VR.
Acara kami menyediakan banyak bahasa. Silakan lihat suprememastertv.com/schedule dan suprememastertv.com/VR.